The police chief Grigorin is strolling across the market square, showing off his brand new overcoat and carrying a package under his arm. A red-haired officer follows behind him, holding a sieve packed with confiscated gooseberries. The square is eerily quiet. There's no one around. The open doors of shops and bars seem to gape like hungry mouths, looking sad and abandoned. Even the usual beggars are nowhere to be seen. Suddenly, Grigorin hears a shout. "Hey, you nasty beast, you're biting people now? Grab him, boys. You're not allowed to bite. Catch him. Oh, you'll pay for this." The sound of a dog yelping cuts through the air. Grigorin looks toward the commotion and spots a dog limping out of Pichigin's lumberyard, trying to hop away on 3 legs. Chasing after it is a man wearing a cotton shirt with his vest hanging open. He lunges at the dog, stumbles forward, and finally grabs it by its hind legs. The dog lets out another sharp yelp, and the man shouts, "Don't let it escape!" Doors creak open, and drowsy faces peek out of the shops. People start gathering, as if the crowd has sprung out of nowhere, all of them clustering around the lumberyard to see what's going on. "Looks like there's some trouble, boss," the red-haired policeman says. Grigorin turns to the left and marches over to the crowd. When he gets closer, he sees the man in the unbuttoned vest standing near the lumberyard gate, holding up his right hand for everyone to see. His finger is bleeding, and he's showing it off like it's some sort of trophy. His half-drunk face screams, "I'll get my revenge. Just wait." Even the bleeding finger itself seems like a banner declaring victory. Grigorin recognizes the man. It's Ryukin, the goldsmith. The criminal in this whole scene, a little white borzoi puppy with a sharp nose and a yellow patch of fur on her back. She's sitting in the middle of the crowd with her front paws stretched out, trembling all over. Her teary eyes are wide with fear and seem to say, "Please, someone help me." "What's going on here?" Grigorin asks as he pushes his way through the crowd. "Why are you all gathered? And what's with that finger waving? Who was yelling just now?" "Well, I was just walking along, minding my own business." Ryukin starts, coughing into his fist for effect. "I was chatting with Mitri Mitrich about firewood when, out of nowhere, this nasty mutt bites my finger. I mean, come on, I'm a working man. I do delicate, precise work, and now my finger's messed up. I'll be out of commission for a week, maybe more. Someone's got to pay for this. It's not right to let a beast like that go around biting people. If we let this slide, no one's going to be safe." "I see," Grigorin says, furrowing his brow and coughing dramatically. "Whose dog is this? This isn't going to fly. I'll teach the owner a lesson for letting their dog run loose. People think they can do whatever they want these days. Well, I'll show them. They'll pay a fine so big they'll think twice before letting their animals wander again." He turns to the policeman. Find out who owns this dog and file a report. And the dog, strangle it right away. It's probably rabid. Now whose dog is it? I think it belongs to General Zhigalov. Someone from the crowd pipes up. General Zhigalov's, huh? Grigorin pauses. Yeldarin, help me take off my coat. It's boiling out here. Feels like it's going to rain. He turns back to Hryukin. But hold on. How did a little dog like that manage to bite you? Look at it. It's tiny, and you're a big guy. Be honest, did you really get bitten, or did you just scratch yourself on something and decide to play victim? I know your type. Always looking for a payout. That's not true, Your Honor. Someone shouts from the crowd. He was messing with the dog, waving a cigarette in its face, and the poor thing snapped at him. Serves him right. Liar, Hryukin yells, turning toward the voice. You weren't even there. Don't make stuff up. His Honor's smart. He'll figure out who's lying and who's telling the truth. And anyway, there are laws for this. We're all equal now. If I'm lying, let the court decide. By the way, my brother's in the gendarmes, so don't think I don't know my rights. Enough, Grigorin snaps. That's definitely not the general's dog, the policeman says confidently. The general only keeps setters, fancy ones. You sure about that? Absolutely, sir. Yeah, I thought so. The general wouldn't own a mutt like this. Look at it. No pedigree. No nothing. Keeping a dog like that is just nonsense. If this thing showed up in Moscow or St. Petersburg, they wouldn't waste time. They'd strangle it on the spot. Hryukin, you've been wronged, and I won't let this slide. People need to learn their responsibilities. Then again, the policeman says thoughtfully, it could be the general's. I think I saw one like it in his yard the other day. Well, maybe it is the general's. Someone else chimes in. Yeldarin, help me put my coat back on. The wind's picking up, and it's getting chilly. Take the dog to the general's place and ask them if it's theirs. Tell them I found it and sent it over. And tell them to keep it off the streets. This might be a valuable dog. If people keep sticking cigars in its face, it'll be ruined in no time. Dogs are sensitive creatures, you know. And you, he points at Hryukin, put that hand down. No one needs to see your idiot finger anymore. This is on you, anyway. Wait. Here comes the general's cook. Someone shouts. Hey, Prohor, come over here. Is this your dog? Prohor glances at the dog and scoffs. What are you talking about? We don't have anything like that. There's no point wasting time figuring this out, Grigorin says. It's just a stray dog. That's it. No more discussion needed. Since he says it's a stray, then it's a stray. And stray dogs need to be dealt with. End of story. It's not a stray, Prohor pipes up. It actually belongs to the general's brother. He arrived just a few days ago. Our boss isn't really into dogs, but his brother? Oh, he loves them. Wait, are you talking about His Excellency's brother? Grigorin's face lights up with a big, almost ridiculous grin. Well, I didn't know he was here. Is he visiting? Yes, Prohor confirms. Wow, who would have thought? Of course, he couldn't stay away from his brother. And here I am, completely clueless. Grigorin chuckles nervously. So this is his dog? Oh, that's wonderful to know. What a fine little pup. Look at it. Full of energy. Snapped at this guy's finger, did it? Ha! What a feisty thing. Why are you trembling, little one? Oh, you're a cheeky little rascal, aren't you? Prohor whistles for the dog and calmly walks away with her, leaving the timber yard. The crowd bursts into laughter, all at Ryukin's expense. You just wait. Grigorin growls at Ryukin, wrapping himself up tightly in his coat. Then, without another glance, he strides off across the square.